Welcome to episode 0 of Gentleman Weekly. 1 Corinthians 13th chapter, 11th verse. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. In U.S. news, Christian school in Wisconsin targeted in rare female mass shooting. We need to have a serious talk about the mental health and our Second Amendment rights. Venezuelan gang Tren Aragua has spread across the Midwest, now entrenched in Utah. If you don't think Essex County and the whole of New Jersey isn't overrun with illegal ne'er-do-wells, you are sadly mistaken. CNN reportedly frees Syrian torturer. Christianity under fire again as FBI probes child abuse. Biden silently sells off border wall components. In New Jersey news, Phil Murphy signs legislation banning book bans. There was never a book ban. The goal of the opposition was to keep inappropriate and sexually graphic books out of schools and away from children. Toll increases are coming for 2025. Phil Murphy and Kim Kardashian collaborate to pardon 3 murderers. East Orange lays off multiple teachers to contend with budget shortfalls. DroneGate. Could the airborne hysteria be caused by missing nuclear waste? In world affairs, President-elect Trump begins negotiating for the release of Gaza hostages. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau confronts President-elect Trump over tariffs, international trade taxes, and is encouraged to become America's 51st state. If you adopt a neutral position on Trump, you'll see how hilarious that actually is. Former leader of Syria speaks since his ousting by rebels. President Biden pardons convicted Chinese spies, as well as the Cash for Kids judge who would sentence young first-time offenders to hard time. October 7th fatalities found to be inflated in recent study. Culture. After defeating Mike Tyson in the worst boxing match of 2024, Logan Paul will be taking on Conor McGregor in India. The internet and internet fame now controls all American culture. Welcome to the brave new world. NBA ratings continue to decline, and the media continues to blame three-point shooting, when in reality, it's because they called the country racist for 2 whole years. True or not, terrible business decision. Companies continue to back away from diversity, equity, and inclusion. Heaven isn't inclusive, and this modern push for such measures reeks of nefarious intent. Our Father has a very specific order that has served his children well. The world exists to subvert and pervert his order and his will. DEI is a vessel for that subversion. Jay-Z and Diddy accusers, allegations begin to unravel. Never trust allegations. People lie, like a lot. Also, there are 2 different court processes in America, criminal and civil. Anybody can file a civil lawsuit about anything. So despite how the media frames the case, it's not a truth barometer. ABC News forced to pay President-elect Trump $15 million in defamation lawsuit laws. I've been American my entire life, 33 years when Trump decided to run in 2015, and watched as an entire media apparatus that once held him in high regard turned on him like hyenas on a zebra leg. There have been a lot of lies spread over the last decade that need to be disseminated. You have my number. New Jersey's next governor. The Republican who have declared are Ed Durr, Jack Ciattarelli, Bill Spadilla, Roger Bacon, John Bramnick, Robert Canfield, and Jim Fazone. Declared Democrats are Sean Spiller, Ras Baraka, Mikey Sherrill, Josh Gottenheimer, Stephen Fulop, and Stephen Sweeney. Coming soon, links to their respective websites. Now, it's time for Jay's Corner. Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. That's a philosophy known as Hanlon's razor. Or, then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots. Luke 23rd chapter, 34th verse. Who do you listen to? CBS, CNN, ABC, NBC, Fox News, OAN, MSNBC, TYT, Secular Talk, Roland Martin, Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Joy Reid, The View, Boyce Watkins, National Action Network, etc. In media, there's a concept called framing, where the speaker/presentation subtly creates a narrative for the listener to absorb without actively realizing the narrative for what it is: propaganda. Why is this important? Because many of the people and institutions that you trust in media aren't trustworthy in regards to keeping us in alignment with our Father's order. In 2025, Derek Chauvin, the man convicted in the death of George Floyd, will be released from prison. He never should have been convicted in the first place. The summer of 2020 and the BLM riots, led by proud Marxist lesbians that sought to destroy the family, were an embarrassment to actual Black descendant Americans, but it accomplished its mission of framing a narrative to draw propaganda from. The knee was never on George Floyd's neck. Before you argue, I watched the trial in real time. Why did they convict him then? The media's framing of the story and its preceding propaganda, all built off of emotions and zero logic, was more than enough justification to throw him under the bus. To tie this back to Hanlon's razor and Luke 23:34, and wrap up this email, all we absorb in media is propaganda. It's called programming for a reason, and if all we absorb are lies, misdirection, misunderstanding, and diversions, will forever be trapped in a loop of not knowing what it is we're actually doing. Word of the week: patriarchy. Lost souls use this term to further guilt and manipulate your masculinity into relinquishing your God-given responsibility to lead. The animus used in modern conversation comes in direct conflict with our Father's order, and when you hear it, understand who/what you're speaking to. Guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll check you out next week.